joins us now. Congressman, thanks for being with us. There's layers to this new Forrest Gump entry into Joe Biden's life. The most obvious layer is there's no record at all of his appointment to the Naval Academy.
Well, of course there's not. And let me tell you something. I went to West Point. My brother went to West Point. My sister went to West Point. We all graduated. So I know a thing or two about a West Point graduation speech, and this was hands down the most ridiculous thing I've ever seen. This should be about the cadets. This is supposed to be about these brave men and women that are entering a world to where they may be asked to give their lives for their country. And Joe Biden is making unsubstantiated jokes about stories about his own personal life that we know are false. But quite frankly, we can't really expect anything more from a guy that checked his watch multiple times when those brave soldiers were returned home from that Afghanistan withdrawal, that botched Afghanistan withdrawal. But I tell you what, 2028, the class of 2028 is in luck because President Trump will be giving their commencement speech, and I can assure you it will be orders of magnitude better than what I saw a couple of days ago.
You know, Congressman, I was talking about the layers to it, right? The appointment is one layer. The other layer is, I have to give Jason Chaffetz credit for pointing this out, Joe Biden played wide receiver. Roger Staubach played quarterback. So why would Roger Staubach's presence push Joe Biden away? He didn't want to play with one of the greatest potential quarterbacks of all time. And the halfback he mentioned had already graduated, wasn't even there for Joe Biden. So the layers of lies on this are wonderful. But the most important part, perhaps, is what you're pointing out. He's at the West Point telling people he could have gone to the Naval Academy and chosen the same life path they did, but nah, it wasn't perfect for him.
I mean, he didn't, and also he needs to understand something, that the motto at West Point is beat Navy. We don't want to hear about Naval Academy stories at our graduation. But as we all know, Joe Biden barely knows what he's talking about for the most part. He's clearly lost a step here, and these stories, these unsubstantiated stories that we keep seeing over and over again, are a result of his cognitive decline that we have seen over the course of the past decade, and it's on full display. And whenever we start seeing stories like this with these levels and the lies and the mistelling of these stories, what we all know as Americans are this: it's time for us to move on, and this is why we're going to have a very good November, Will.
Well, Congressman, it is Memorial Day weekend. Tomorrow, of course, Memorial Day, and you obviously served in not just Congress, but also in our military as well. Would love to hear your message for us on this Memorial Day.
My message is about my classmate, David Frazier. He was killed on November 26, 2006 on his last mission. He was one of my very best friends, and I had the honor of giving his eulogy. This day is for him and for the brave men and women that gave their lives to defend this country. And they gave their lives to defend this country so we could have a greater union in our future. That's what we fight for every single day. We have the honor of waking up in the morning and putting our feet on free, sovereign American soil and breathing free, sovereign American air, because brave men and women like David were willing to die for it. This country remembers those people, and we shall never forget their sacrifice to the greatest country in the world. And that's what tomorrow means to me.
That means a lot. That's beautiful. And I think it's important not just to understand Memorial Day in the abstract, but to listen to people like you and others who can share how it's actually personal as well, the individuals that have given what they've given for this country. Congressman, thanks so much for being with us this morning.
Amen. Thank you for having me, Will.